Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The bed is back. Yes, the bed is back together. It's all good. Ruff. Oh my goodness. Would you like to try it? Would you like to try a blueberry greenie? I'm curious how this works. Well, I can definitely smell the blueberry. Still mostly looks like a greenie, but definitely smells like a blueberry. You want to give that a shot? That is a maybe. That was a solid maybe. I know it looked like a no, but if it's not immediately taken out of my hand and I put it down, there's a good chance he might go for it. But I will toss over a marrow bone too. And yes, you can have a couple of those. If I can find a bag of livers while holding this. Alright. I was gonna say, one-handed, this is a challenge. Vertical briefly, and back to horizontal. There. Up, up. You had a lot earlier today. That's good enough. Up, up. This is coming out on Sunday, of course, as you can tell. But I am filming this Saturday evening. Much later in the evening than it was earlier when we did the recording of our celebration video. So he's had time to go out and walk and to play and to digest. So don't worry, I'm not overfeeding him by any crazy amount. But I wanted to shoot this super quick, and I wanted to shoot this for a few reasons. So first off, you'll note that this is not Super Deck Sunday. The title is actually probably going to be something like Not Super Deck Sunday. That's because I've decided I'm canceling Super Deck Sunday for this week only. Don't worry, it's not permanently canceled. And I will do a Yu-Gi-Oh deck next week as I promised to the Yu-Gi-Oh players. But something special came in this week, and came in today actually as we were out for our walk together. And I really don't want to wait on opening it for a variety of reasons. First off, this will make a much shorter video, so I can still film this super quick, get it done before my dad gets home, and then cut together the awesome celebration video that hopefully came out Saturday night for you guys. If it didn't come out Saturday night, it hopefully will have come out before this video. Or it will definitely come out in the afternoon before I go to bed. It's just going to take a lot of editing, that one. Anyways, the other reasons I wanted to open or do this is because this came in, as I say, in the mail. Oops, I didn't want to show my address. Hopefully I flipped that quick enough that you guys didn't see. But what it is my secret lair for trick or treat. And since, you know, spooky season just ended last week, I thought we still have time to open this where it still feels like it's spooky enough season. I actually still have one more Halloween video to put out for you guys. It's going to be a compilation of all the times Kaiba played with different Halloween toys. I'm going to put that out later in the week. But yeah, so there is one more spooky video coming out anyways. But this came in, and I want to make sure that everything is in here, of course. And opening this on film and posting it to my YouTube channel will either A, hopefully attract some cool new viewers to our channel, and if it does, hi new people. Also, welcome Magic players, Yu-Gi-Oh players, and Puggy lovers. Of all kinds. The other reason to open this now is if there's anything like missing or if it's damaged or anything, then I can have proof of that also on film. And if Wizards gives me any sort of trouble, then I also have all you wonderful people as witnesses to me opening this. But I don't expect that to be an issue. And what I'm really hoping for is actually a bonus card. That'd be kind of cool. I've heard people get them, but I don't expect that because I got the cheaper version. Mostly because I just honestly didn't want to see all the cards show up pringled as foils. And I thought the art looked really nice non-foil online. So hopefully it is as nice as it was online. And this is my very first secret layer that I've ever purchased for myself. I have shown you guys the one Wolverine one that I got off a friend, but I've never actually opened one from Magic. So I'm definitely going to keep this box because it's very pretty. And it has the artwork of one of my favorite cards in this set on the front. The puggy is taking a nap now. He is very tired from the day that we had together. I'm going to open this. Ooh, it's opening. I feel really bad for all the people who didn't get a secret layer that they wanted. I was just really cautious and made sure that I didn't pick too much. I picked the exact thing I wanted and nothing else kind of thing. There were a couple other ones that looked good that I was tempted to get. And if my wallet would have permitted, I might have tried, but I think this was the better option based on everything I've read and heard online. We've got a thank you for being part of Secret Layer. This is kind of neat, actually. Oh, I'm going to flip that over to make sure that you guys don't see that before we reveal them all. That's pretty neat, actually. I like that little insert. Very old school computer-y vibe. Cool artwork that I can keep somewhere in my Magic collection. Okay. So, in theory, there should be 5 cards in here. If there are 6, then we got a bonus card. And I'm presuming the bonus card will be at the back. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, there are 6. We might have a bonus card. That would be very cool. Okay, so we're going to put this one over here because I think that's going to be the bonus one. And then we're just going to do this. And we're going to go through each card and talk about how awesome they are. And like I say, hopefully you guys don't mind this being the Super Deck Sunday replacement for this week. And hopefully you guys saw the Commander Core Creator Challenge video and the special. Anyways, enough talking by me. Let's just enjoy this beautiful artwork. First card. Here we go. It is Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. I'm not 100% sure if I have a copy of this in my Vampire deck. I think I do. But even if I don't, I can always put this in my Cleric deck too. That actually does a whole bunch of linking stuff, which is kind of neat. 2 and a black for a 1/3 legendary vampire cleric. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. 3 and 2 black, creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. I'm like 70% sure I have a copy of this in my vampire deck. But if not, this is definitely going in my vampire deck first and foremost. And definitely going to probably start playing that deck a lot more because I love my vampire deck anyways. But that is something pretty that I want to show off. Okay, next one. Yes, Kaiba. Oh, you're very tired, I know. I'm sorry, am I too loud? Try not to be too loud. Now try to go fast. Okay, second card. Ooh, nice. It's the Satoru Umezawa. I am really stoked for this one because I am eventually building a Ninjas deck, and this is actually a really good card to use instead of the classic one, which they did actually bring back off the Game Changers list, and I'm kind of disappointed by that because Yuroko is insane overpowered, in my opinion. As a commander, she just basically turns that deck into like a complete one-sided affair. But I mean, there's a lot of neat things that you can do with other ninja commanders, and this is one that I could definitely possibly use. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the rest onto the bottom of your library in any order. Only triggers once each turn, and each creature in your hand has ninjutsu 2, blue, and black. It'd be really cool if this was like a Is it Emissary, I think it's called? That ability where you can play it from the command zone. I think it's called Emissary. I might be wrong. If I am, I apologize. You can correct me in the comments what that is actually called. But I only have one card that actually has that, actually, myself, and it's in my cat deck. Okay, now I'm just too curious. I'm gonna have to look. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just too curious. It's gonna bug me if I don't check it. I'll shuffle the deck after the video, though. I'm just going to find the card so I can... Eminence. Not emissary, eminence. Thank you, Kitty Deck, for having at least the only card I own in my collection that has eminence, I think, right now. So yeah, if this was an eminence ability, that would be insanely cool, but I'm still good with it. Next card, number 3 on the list is... Ooh, it is the Voja! Jaws of the Conclave. I think this card is insane. And I'm really stoked about the idea of building another elf/wolf deck using this. So, because, I mean, my my werewolf deck, I've tweaked it as much as I possibly can without it really getting just, like, overkill tweaked. To the point where, like, it wouldn't be fun to play anymore because I just keep taking cards out that I actually like to put in more powerful stuff. So I'm probably going to leave my werewolf deck alone, which I learned that lesson when I tried to put Wolverine in there. That was a bad idea. Anyways, so instead, I can build any new werewolf stuff and any wolf stuff into this, and in addition, I can also put a whole bunch of elf stuff into this. Vigilance Trample Ward 3, 5/5 for 2 red, green, and white. Whenever this thing attacks, put X+1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control. Then draw a card for each wolf you control. This thing is insane. And it's really pretty. I love the artwork in this series. It's such good artwork. Card number 4. There's my Willed Rock Cleaver. There is the card that I bought this entire thing for in the first place. I have been dying to get my hands on one of these. And if you've been a fan of my channel from the very beginning, you know that I have a zombie deck that follows a really weird rule for 98%. There are 2 cards in that deck that break the rule because the shop owner was really nice and gave me a sweet deal and convinced me that it was the best option at the time when I was really kind of struggling financially. But the rest of the deck is entirely pulled from sealed only. So it's an insanely cool deck, and this technically counts as opening something from Wizards. So while it looks like I'm buying singles, I'm going to say this isn't buying singles. I'm opening a pack of Secret Lair. At least that's how I'm justifying it when I put this into my zombie deck. So whenever another zombie you control dies, if it didn't have Decayed, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. And at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice the zombie. If you do, you get to draw a card. And this thing's a 3/3 for 2, a blue and a black. He would have sacrificed all his candy for just 1 king size. Aw, that's a beautiful phrase, too. Some of these have flavor text. I forgot to read them. It took months of brushing Alfie, the family dog, to collect the fur for the arms. Aw. Vito Thorn of the Dusk Rose had... The worst are those little peanut butter taffies in the orange and black paper. So hard to clean out of the plastic fangs. Alright, our last card in the commander set, because these are all 5 commander potentials, is the Liberator of Urza's Battlethopter. Now that they've changed the rules, we can actually use this as a commander if we want, which would be kind of neat. It would be a colorless commander for 3 with 1/2, legendary artifact creature, Thopter. And, actually, no, I suppose it would have always counted as a commander, pardon me. Legendary artifacts that are vehicles now count as commanders is the thing that I was thinking of. Anyways, Flash Flying, you can cast colorless spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Cool. And whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast that spell is greater than this thing's power, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. I think he's insanely fun. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet, but I think that it would be a really cool thing to do, would be build a colorless artifact deck with that as the commander. Anyways, I would actually like to put all these as commanders except for that and this, because this one, of course, is going in vampires, and this one is going in zombies. If this doesn't go in vampires, it's going in clerics. Either way, it's going into a deck. And part of the 99. But these 3 could all potentially be commanders. And our bonus card. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that is really cool. I mean, it's not like something crazy that, you know, would be awesome in play or whatever, but that is like a really sweet art swamp. And it's a holo for whatever reason, even though the rest of my set isn't a holo. But I mean, that is sick. That's going in my zombie deck too, probably. Or, I don't have a snake deck. Yeah, it wouldn't fit in a spider deck. No, I think that's going in my zombie deck, probably. Okay. As I say, need to cut this video kind of short. So I will give you a shot of the pug who has chosen not to eat the greenie or the marrow bone, but definitely digested all the livers. You're a good boy. Yes. You want to say bye-bye to the humans? Tell them you love them? No? Okay. Much love to you all from Kaiba over here, and I to you. Have a great Sunday. Love you all. Bye.